Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the next video on my YouTube channel. This is the platform where I come and share my knowledge and experience with you all. So today we are going to talk about a specific feature which has been added as a preview in the new version, which is 10.0.43. Point, I'm going to just quickly walk you through this particular feature, how it works, and then how it can be benefited for us in any of the project. Now, as we all know that foreign currency revaluation is the monthly activity which is performed by the finance user periodically. Now, many times you would have got the question, can this be automated every month based on the rules which they want to define? And we used to do this through the bad jobs and other ways, but can the complete schedule be defined? So now this particular feature has been added as part of the process automation framework, where we can define the rules and the system can automatically run the foreign currency revaluation for both accounts payable and the receivable. Now let's see how it can be done. So I'm into Microsoft Dynamics 365. I'm into the 10.0.43, the preview version. Now here under the feature, you will find that there is a feature called enable process automation for account receivable and the payable. So you need to enable this. Now, once this is done, then you can go to the accounts payable or the account receivable. Under the periodic, you will find the additional menu item, which is foreign currency revaluation automation. Similarly, under the accounts payable, also you will find the foreign currency revaluation automation. Now I can click on this, and this screen is similar to what we have seen possibly in other automations like collection process or the payment automation. Now here you can define your own schedule, how you want this to be run, on what frequency and currencies and the other rules. I have created a rule for accounts payable. Let me create a rule for the account receivable. So I'm going to go to the account receivable, and here I will click on the create new process automation, and in the drop down I will get the account receivable or foreign currency revaluation. I can select the legal entity for which I want to define this. Then I can click on the create series, and here I will define the name and the description and other attributes. So here, let's say I say AR for, let's say I want to define this for euro. I can say it is monthly and who is doing, and then you want to have the bad job logs available when there is an error, or you want to have it always. So you can select your option. Then when do you want this to be started? So what I'll do is I'll put it a previous date so that it can immediately run. And then you can set up a frequency, how frequently you want the currency revaluation to happen. So let's say you want to do, and then if you would have selected weekly, then you would have defined all those things. So if you want, like if it is monthly, then which day of the month you want this to run. So let's say if you decide your month closure happens by the end of 30th or 31st, then you want to define, you want this to be run on every month, let's say first for the previous month. Or if you want to define, let's say 31st or 30th, right? So it depends like which day of the month you want to run this. So you can define your rules here, and then you can define your alerts accordingly. Now, if I move to the next screen where you define your rules for this particular frequency. So which method? So now all these fields, if you are familiar with the foreign currency revaluation functionality, you will see all these parameters are available when you normally run your FCR through the manual process. So you need to select the standard, minimum, and invoice date. I'm not going to explain all these things. This you can find. I can try to put the link for the Microsoft Learn, and then you can look at like what these methods are and how it works. Then you can define the posting profile, which posting profile, the dimensions, how do you want to pick up the financial dimensions. Here, one important thing, number of days for adjustment for the date of run. So now which now you will be running this on, let's say 1st or 31st or any of the date, right? But how the system will consider the exchange rate. Now, in the manual process, you were able to define the exact date. Now, here, what you can say, like if I have defined the first as a running date, but I want the 31st or the one previous day, let's say if it is 31st month, I want a 31st exchange rate to be considered. But if it is, let's say, 30th 30 days month, then I want 30th. So you can always say that -1 here, which means now whenever this is going to run, system is going to consider the exchange rate of rate based on this -1. So if I am running today, the exchange rate will be for -1. And similarly for the considered date also, you can just define the number of days. Then you can define your descriptions, the text. So let's say I can say FCR monthly run. Apart from that, you have also got the filter here where you can find if you want to have it any customer or any currency. So let's say if I want to have only a euro currency here, I can just define the currency euro here. Now, once this is done, I can click on the finish, and then it's saying one or more account structure. So it is also giving me the validation that advanced rule requires a dimension. You are attempting to post without dimensions. Do you want to reevaluate currency without dimensions? So let's say we say no, and we can select like whatever is the posting it is having. Based on that, pick up the financial dimensions. So now I can do this. Now, if you see, this has created my sequence, which is also available on the right hand side. Now we can look at that when this particular like this FCR is going to run and the schedule is available. Now you should make sure that you have this initialize process automation batch job running so that it can pick up the next run based on the rules which we have defined. So now here you can look at that based on my defined date or schedule, it is showing me the schedule for every month. Now what I'll do is I'll just change it to every day so that I can run it today. So now I have changed this to every day just to show this in the demo. Now if you see for this particular occurrence, it is in waiting and batch job and it is processing. Let's wait for this to finish it off. And then we can go and see the results, how it has run the foreign currency revaluation for AR. Meanwhile, we can go and look at the other schedule which I created for accounts payable. So if you look at this, I created for this and this is completed 2 times. And I can go and look at the results it has given. So if you see like it has generated on 4th and 5th automatically. Now I can go and look at the voucher or the transactions it has generated for the foreign currencies. Similarly, now it should do for the account receivable as well. Now it has completed this. Let's see what it has created. If there are transactions, it will pick up those transactions. So if you see, it has completed on this particular date. It has taken the date of rate and the considered as a 3rd of February. Because I have run on the 4th of, if you go back in the automation, so the automation was run on the 4th of February. And if you remember the considered date and the run date, we have put -1, which means on the date when it is running -1 day. And here, if you can see, it has taken the considered date and date of run as the 3rd of February. Not sure if there are vouchers, but yeah, if there was transaction, it would have created the vouchers. But the all in all, what this feature is doing is this automating your foreign currency revaluation process, which you need to do it every month manually. You can set up a rule, create the process automation framework job, and then the system will do it for you. That's it for this video. Hope this is going to help you. Thank you. See you soon.